Hello everybody, welcome to another Zero Streams. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I see Happy and Pokemon Master Wheeler already here in the chat. Good to see you both, and thank you for coming. It is Tuesday. We are doing a makeup stream for last night because I didn't stream yesterday. Nothing was wrong. I just had been invited to play some Jackbox with some friends and had some fun with that. It's my first time playing Jackbox. My brother told me to try it out. He has like all of them on Steam, and we were talking about games that he had. And he was like, yeah, Jackbox is fun, but you need a lot of people to play. So I'm like, okay. I don't really have friends to play it with. But then yesterday, a friend of mine had her friends were going to play, and she invited me. So I got to play with her and her friends. So it was fun. So I'm looking for some music today. I could just do our normal playlist that I have, that I usually have from my iTunes playlist of game stuff, but I am on this video game music website, and I figure maybe we can like do a new soundtrack, just like listen through the soundtrack and see if I can pick out any songs that I like that I can add to my playlist. I'm having a little trouble. A friend of mine said he really liked Chrono Trigger music, but like I don't know which one of these to select. So if any of you have ever played Chrono Trigger, if you recognize any of these, I just searched Chrono Trigger and I thought there was going to be one, and there was not just one. I also have Octopath Traveler, if any of you are interested in that. I think the music in this one is pretty nice, and there's not a whole ton of them. I think it's only 44 minutes, so we can listen to this and also something else. Thought I'd look at Persona 5. I don't know if the music in that is good. But yeah. If you guys have like any preferences, random number generation. Okay, random is good. I guess I could just Persona 5 music is great. Okay, Happy says Persona 5 music is good. So, original soundtrack, I'm guessing. There is 3 hours worth of music in here, so okay, this is perfect. I'm not one. Let's load this up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm bringing the music level down a bit, so if you guys can't hear it anymore, just let me know. And hopefully it's not too loud on the stream, but yeah, all right, that's pretty good. I'm digging it so far. Oh, there's words. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. I might have to skip some if there's words and I can't like concentrate, or if you guys want, we can all just like chill and listen to the music. Like I went to wash the dishes like 15 minutes ago, and I suddenly developed this like slight headache, so you know, a little bit of music and less talking might be what the doctor's asking for tonight. This is it. Okay. Wheeler's like, dishes give me a headache too. Aw, I'm sorry, Wheeler. Shh, you didn't see anything. Wheeler says, I like the 4 PYNL screenshots on your desktop. I was rereading the nostalgia log, and I had to save a few. I'm like, this is hilarious. And then also, meanwhile, in the void between dimensions, my heart. And just what if we harass this child for 20 years? Is Team Rocket looking at like Ash Ketchum? And then Giovanni just going like, I'm done with this band of morons. That's such a mood. Such memeable moments. Wheeler says I played that for like 2 hours. Chrono Trigger or Persona 5 or one of the others. Octopath? The pain! Octopath Traveler, okay. Well, tonight, what we're going to be working on is finishing up the Roselia family. You might have noticed that it's slightly different from how we left off last week. This is the sketch that I finished last week and started refining. But I changed it up slightly. Made it a little more JoJo for Roserade. Because this one, I don't know what's happening with the hand here. It feels disconnected. I don't know what the pose is, but this is more... Maybe they're not dancing so much, but like there's some kind of conflict going on. Maybe not conflict. Conflict's the wrong word, and not the word I'm looking for, but you know. And let's see. But yeah, I don't tend to listen to music while I work at home. I like to listen to music in the car, and that's about it. So sitting down and listening through an entire OST to find songs that I like, I get a little fatigued. So this is perfect. We can sit back and listen to some music together. Which one of these transform horizontal? Maybe like this. Maybe turn a little bit. Why does that look weird? Turned more. Okay, maybe this is it? Let's put this aside for now. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to cover some, so let me move this onto its own layer. That way I can erase what's beneath it. If my sketch gets clean enough, I might just be able to use the sketch as the line art. I might just refine it a bit, clean it up slightly, and then like not do a second line art, because this sketch is coming out pretty okay. It's just a little rough around the edges, but let's redo, you know what, let's redo the arm. Let's redo both of the arms. Yeah, no more arms. Those roses definitely look like you could just make them line art. Thank you, Wheeler. Yeah, there's some bits like this that I don't know what happened, but I can always fix them up. Like if you zoom in, you can see it's definitely more rough than line art would be, but with just like cleaning up these little nubbins like right here, attaching some bits, I think we can definitely work with these. Roselia's face, I adjusted slightly so it's a little broken. But I think with just a little refinement, just a little cleanup, you know, it comes out. Okay, let's pull up Roselia and draw this thing's face. Oops. Hello, Tails. Thanks for coming. And yeah, Happy says, hello, you're barely late. Yep, we just started. I've only just put on some music and we're gonna start refining some more sketch, make sure everything is good to go before I start line arting. Let's see. Do I just make it a swirl? Because it's a rose on the top of the head. I'm trying to decide how much detail I want to put in it. Maybe I'll just do a few petals. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I think. So I started posting Pokemon families again. It's been a while, I know, but I wanted to get a lot of my Patreon requests up since I forgot to get them all up before the new year. But I think we're basically all caught up. I might have like one or two left that I haven't uploaded in terms of Patreon requests, but I'm good to wait on those because I wanted to start getting Pokemon families out. I realized on Tumblr I'm like way far behind because I have up to Mawile like already posted on DeviantArt, and for some reason they just were never on Tumblr. I don't know what I was waiting for there because usually I wait on Tumblr before until I get it on DeviantArt so that I have a link, you know? And then DeviantArt is usually the one that like holds me up because I can't post on DeviantArt from home. So it's usually I can't post on DeviantArt and therefore I have to wait on Tumblr. But like I went to Tumblr after posting the Aaron family, and it was just like, oh, there's like 4 of these that I haven't posted that are already on DeviantArt. So those all went up this week, I think. There might be one more later this week, but they should all be up by the end of the week, and then I can start posting them again. Hopefully I don't forget. Oh yeah, you didn't get a choice earlier because you came in late, but Happy got your back and chose the Persona 5 music. I've been looking for new music, new game OST tracks to add to my game playlist that I play every stream. And since I don't usually listen to music on my own, I figure having it on during the stream so I can just listen to and check out the tracks. Would work swimming. There is a certain vibe of song that I tend to go for. So I'll know it when I hear it. But my stipulations are no vocals that I can understand. And not too bombastic. So most boss musics will not make it. But we're just gonna take a listen. I was watching a video on, it was like a guy just listing off his favorite game soundtracks, and like he was talking about Octopath Traveler, which I never really gave much thought to. But during one of the parts where he was talking about it, he played a very nice sounding little piece of music, and I'm like, I gotta find that. I gotta find out what that is and add it to my soundtrack because I want to listen to that again. Smash Bros version if you want to make it not as chill, right? Smash Bros has a way of making even the chillest of songs not chill. Smash Brothers has like the best quality versions of a lot of Earthbound music, but unfortunately they make it battle worthy, so they're all pretty intense. I think the Winters / Threed maybe was the one is pretty chill. But yeah, I mean typically you want your Smash Brothers music to be ramped up, you know? But I like chill songs. you know, I think Roselia's pretty clean. Like, yeah, these lines are pretty good. Let's try to clean up these roses a little bit. Let's take a little bit of time. I was gonna like rush through the sketch, this like red sketch phase, but in lieu of like actually doing line art, let's see if I can just clean all of this up and get it to a point where I'm happy to use it just as line art. And I'm gonna zoom in a bit so I can see all of the imperfections. You should never zoom in to Jet's Black Nuzlocke. There are so many tiny little imperfections that really there's no need to like bother with them. In a comic, you'll be like looking at each panel maybe a second before you like your eyes go to the dialogue. So like agonizing over every bit of detail isn't necessary, but occasionally there is a little thing that like stands out to me when I am going into either crop out a screenshot for a banner or just like, you know, thinking to share some, and I'm like, woof. Do I care enough to go back and fix that? Because woof. Certainly there's a bit of a charm to the imperfections when it comes to traditional work. Just for me aesthetically, it's been difficult to accept those kind of things in digital because digital comes across as so crisp. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's coming out good. Let's clean this flower. This is just straight up like opera music? What? What's happening here? I think this is supposed to connect, and then clean that up. This petal. There you go. Okay. Just color that whole thing in. Nice when you're trying to think of personas to fuse. Wait, what? Time to zoom in on JVN. No! A lot of Zero's music I want to nap to. And Lyra's music, I'm too distracted imagining cool stuff to actually draw. I have such a weird need for my music to be exciting enough so I don't want to sleep, but not too bombastic or else I'm too busy jamming along to focus. Yeah, the kind of music that I play during the stream is much more chill than what I would use to like keep myself awake or like to actually work to. Like I said, I don't work to music typically. If I do work to music, I prefer to work to something with lyrics. Cause then I like to sing along and that like tends to keep me awake, or it like gives me something to like focus on, you know? Which is why I also can't listen to music when I'm writing, or scripting. But the kind of music I play during the streams is different. It's like the purpose of that is to fill empty air and not be so much that I can't think. Because I feel like you guys come to these streams to chat with me and to, like, you know, have a good time with each other and not just to, like, listen to music. Like, I'm not here as a radio station that plays chill tunes. So that could be pretty cool. They should have, like, chill tune radio stations nowadays. Just, like, that's probably a thing, right? But yeah, I would absolutely, like, fall asleep if I were to listen to that kind of stuff just on my own. Usually I listen to YouTube videos, like movie reviews or analysis, video essays. I like Rhett and Link's stuff, and other comedy things like that. Let's plays sometimes I'll do, though with Let's Plays it's hard because unless it's a game that I've played before, I'm gonna want to watch what they're doing, or else I get lost. Sometimes Game Theory will have a game that's more psychological and not much to look at, so they'll go through and they'll like read all the dialogue out loud so I can like follow along well enough. If I've watched an anime, sometimes rewatching the dub can be fun. Just like putting it on and letting it play. Especially nice if I've only seen the sub of it. Though it doesn't have to be that way. I think for My Hero Academia, at a certain point, I got kind of bored with the fights. So I like went to like clean the room, and cause like they would have these action sequences and then the people would just like talk for like for like several minutes, and it was nice that I could just like step away and listen to it instead of having to be shackled to the computer and like the screen in order to know what they're saying. And then when something exciting would happen, I wouldn't be able to follow anymore because they wouldn't be talking. They would be like, "Wah!" and then like doing some action noises. So I'll have to go over and like watch the actual punches and stuff to see who is like winning. Yeah, I miss the My Hero dub. I stopped watching back when season 4 I think was like coming out and the dub ran out. Like I couldn't find any more of it, so I stopped watching it. Haven't checked in a while, so maybe there's more out. I should check it out. Yeah, anime music is something that I could play on this channel while I work. It's enough of a disconnect, it being in Japanese, that I wouldn't know the words, so I could probably still talk over it, you know? Especially if I make the volume low enough. since I stream off of a Mac, once I have the audio switched over so that you guys can hear it, I can no longer adjust the volume for myself. I can turn it down on the stream end, but it'll still remain the same volume for me. And so if the volume on my iTunes playlist isn't like set right and one suddenly gets really loud, it can be a problem. I've been listening to country music on my drive to work. It's been a while since I pulled out my country music playlist, and country music makes me cry. Kind of a road hazard if you ask me. But yeah, I am planning to start a crusade in one of the Discord servers that I frequent, and I'm like, I'm gonna start sharing country music, because everyone I talk to says they hate country music. Until like very recently, I found out at least 3 of my friends don't have an opinion on country music. I think I asked Wheeler was one of them, and Wheeler, you said you could like country music. So like, I guess for you it depends on the song, which that's fair. Like, typically for me, I'm the same way. I don't like to say I like this genre, because there's always going to be something from that genre that I inevitably don't like. There's definitely country songs that I don't like. And I don't typically like to say I don't like a certain genre, because I used to say I hate rap music, and then I'd dig some rap songs. And typically they were parody songs, but they're still rap, you know? Like, Weird Al, basically. I would listen to his raps, and like, yeah, they're parody raps, but it still follows the formula and structure of the actual rap. So I don't know. It's not the music itself or like the structure of the genre. And I've definitely heard some rap songs that have such cadence and such a nuance to their lyrics. It's like slam poetry in a way. So far, I've only shared one. I played it safe and went with Country Roads. Everyone likes Country Roads. If you don't like Country Roads, you probably like it ironically, at least. But even people who don't like country music like Country Roads, so I went with Country Roads just as a peace offering. Like, hey, remember this? This is country music. It ain't all yeehaw girls and flatbed trucks. I mean, a lot of it is, but there's good stuff there. Just kind of trying to decide what my follow-up should be. Just come in and be like, here's my second entry. Gonna take my horse down that Old Town Road. Okay, I think that's good. That works as line art. Just a little bit of cleanup, I think, does it. Now, Roselia, on the other hand, is a little bit of a different story. I might have to redo her just because her body, like the rest of it, aside from the flower, it'll actually be more complicated to clean than to just straight up redraw. So let me cut out flower. Okay. Maybe I did that backwards. I should have cut out Roselia, not the flower. Turn that down. Oops. Wheeler says, I know when I paste pages of other people's comics into my art program to get a panel cut out, it like turns on my artist eye or something. Cause I'm not, I'll like not notice anything when reading, then paste it in my art program and be like, color doesn't reach the edge of the line art there. Line art leaves the panel border here. I can see the white background pop through a bit there. Yeah, right? For me, it's like, for a lot of my stuff, it's like, just random bits that go, like, the bits of the line art will, like, pop through where it's not supposed to, or just the, things look real wonky, basically. I think it's gotten better, but I don't know if that's a good thing, because, like, if I'm spending more time refining drawings, then it's taking me longer to finish pages, you know? Happy was like, don't worry, zooming in sucks on mobile. Tail says, I don't zoom in much on my comics, me zoomed up close so I clean my Yeah, if you're zooming past 200%, you're too close. Larry, you're like the Snorlax eye-opening meme when you paste in your program. Javier's here. Says, good evening, everyone. Hi, Javier. That's not really a weird note, Tails, because writing and art take up such different parts of your brain, I feel like. It makes sense to have different musics. A lot of radio stations get chiller mixes at night. Or at least around here they do. Oh, that's cool. Good musicians, what are your favorite songs? Just got a Discord notification for a stream I was watching 5 hours ago. Nice. Thanks, Discord. In the last rewatch I did of Poke Annie before I got to Gen 6, I would put it in the background while I drew. Chucks all my Japanese Poke Annie songs at you. Hey! Happy says, just open the stream and listen to that instead. Wheeler says, I've been listening to the Nuz Rewind on repeat on my trips to and from work. I almost lost my mind when I was watching the Nuz Rewind and Old Town Road just suddenly played. I didn't know Yumi back then. Is that her name? Yumi? The one with the cowboy hat in 100 Days. Anyway, it like makes sense. You got the cowboy hat, you're gonna have Old Town Road, but like it's such a meme song in like pop culture right now that is just You threw us a softball before you do a proper pitch. Yeah. And it wasn't like a complete waste of a shot because when I went to YouTube to find country roads to share, it took me forever to find the actual version that I liked. Like the first few entries that you get are like, I guess his original cover of it. Same artist, you know, but like the one that I always listen to from ever since I was a wee little lass, was from one of his other albums, and I like it a lot more. The way he like, holds on certain words and the way the music is, it's just altogether better, I feel like. That might be biased, but I tend to like a song that I listen to the most, and that typically is the version that I've listened to first. Not always. There's another song, I think by Bon Jovi, that's like got a cover where it's him and a country artist, and I forget which one. I don't know many of the country artists off the top of my head. But yeah, I definitely like his cover with her a lot more than his solo one. There was a Beatles song that I also listened to, like a I don't know, I guess it was a Beatles cover of another song, and then someone else, I was in the car with them and they played the original. I was like, I like the Beatles version of this. I thought the Beatles wrote it or something. I was like, this is a weird cover, and they're like, this is the original. What are you talking about? I mean, it's weird because it's not a good habit or like preference to be so attached to how certain songs are sung for a musical theater fan, because musical theater is all about like the performance and the different takes of characters and songs. But like there's a different energy. Oh, this one has words. There's a different energy to like being in the theater and watching people on stage live, like performing something different, than listening to a soundtrack that's different. No. I'm not sure how I'm gonna shade these flowers now that I'm thinking about it. We'll get there when we get there, I guess. Some of these words are definitely in English. I'm just trying to decide if all of them are in English or not. My problem with dub, like rewatching dub anime right now, though, is the two anime that I want to rewatch in dub are also very pretty. I started reading Noragami, the manga, and it's making me really miss the anime for its colors. So like if I were to rewatch that in English, I'd want to like actually watch it. The other show being Blood Blockade Battlefront, which is like, again, it's all style, and it's like I would just stare at it. So I couldn't like put it on the background and just let play. I know some people who line art in a different color and then like turn it into black because there's something about the different color that makes it feel like less permanent, or like you can just be a little less finicky about it. I don't know what it is, but I can definitely get where they're coming from. Tails, I'm gonna fight you. If you're zooming in 200%, sets view to 200, it pulls way out. Oh, oops. You should not be nosing up on your pixels like that, man. You can just see Yume's part in Rewind when I sing it. Down the old town road. It's so funny. I love that one part of the song. I haven't actually heard the whole song. You gotta figure out how to align a new thing. Oh no. Good luck, Tails. Shading is a problem for future. Zero says happy. Tails says my mom had a CD of her favorite covers of old songs that I grew up to, and I was gobsmacked when it turned out they weren't the originals, and disliked the OG on principle for the longest time. All of them are in almost English. Ironically, it's so it's not distracting for Japanese players. Oh. That's pretty cool. Noragami is so pretty. Like, there's always a bit of a it's not a learning curve. What's the word? Adaptation? Adaptation like process when I go from a really well adapted anime to the manga, because I mean, just like how do you lose all that color and that like cleanness of just like the aesthetic? Like, I don't know if I could read My Hero Academia, you know? I'm just so used to the anime look and such. It would take a while for me to adjust. I could not pick up Soul Eater. Soul Eater anime looks so much better than the manga. And I will say, I was dumbfounded when I first picked up the manga, because the style is such a shift. Like, it changes the style so much. But my friends told me that it actually does look like the anime. The prologue is just different or something. So I might not have actually gotten to the style proper, but I dropped it so hard. Noragami, on the other hand, took a little bit of adjustment, but like after a while, it's come around. Like I like the style in the manga, and I think the anime really captured it. Some of the characters sometimes just look straight up. Like Kazuma-san looks great. They really just nailed his look. It's one-to-one from the manga to the anime. Yukine looks great. He might look even better in the manga, despite the lack of colors. Though that might just be because I haven't seen the anime in a while. But I definitely miss the colors, especially in the eyes. And Blood Blockade is the same. Like, the eyes are gorgeous. There's something so nice about anime eyes. The way they do them. It's so good. Wheeler's like, 0. I don't know if I could pick up the My Hero Academia manga after being used to the anime. Me, starts reading the manga before season 1 is done. You sure did like get into My Hero Academia before it was cool. Hey! 0 confirmed to be biased against ATD because of the page 11 of the prologue. Because of page 11 of the prologue? You mean like when it changed to black and white? When it turned from anime into manga? That's so funny. Because you went from colored based on Pokemon anime to black and white, it basically it was you turned it into a manga. It went from anime into manga. That's so funny. Flash just falls out of animation world. ATD goes from anime to manga. Suddenly I prefer Golden Sun. I've always preferred Golden Sun. That was for other reasons. ATD's great. I've been catching up with some old comics. And by catching up I mean rereading wholesale. So far I've only read For What It's Worth and By the Sword. Oh my goodness, By the Sword is so good. It's like so good. And after revisiting from the beginning, I thought I had some like bias against Martin for reasons other than his like French accent, but I think Wheeler was right. It's literally just the French accent. Like, there's nothing else wrong with his character. I just remembered it incorrectly, but like the moment where he's like sitting on the rock and like listening in, I love that scene of just like the Pokemon in the wild. Like, I guess they're not technically wild. I don't know. It's hard to tell because they're all domestic Pokemon, the Wooloo and stuff. But yeah, no, like it was nice. And like having fully caught up, he's a great character. Kind of the Lily of the bunch, where he isn't technically the starter. He's like the first catch, but he's much more of a starter than the actual starter. Sir Francis was just being a butt, I think, because he didn't trust the Jet. I mean, to be fair, Jet's kind of a moron, so like it's fair. But like, at least What's-Her-Face has anxiety. Like, I don't think Sir Francis had anxiety. I think he just thought he was gonna die or something. Like, Jet's a moron. If he did have, he had like, he was, what is it? It's, he had self-confidence issues, I guess, from not being picked the previous few times. And from Oshawott verbal harassment. Kind of one of those, if I keep my expectations low and I don't, like, let myself get excited, then I won't be disappointed. I think about Sir Francis's character arc sometimes and wonder how I could have done it better. Because he definitely was kind of the, hit his stride and then evolved. So it's like the evolution kind of, it was supposed to signify his growth, but he changed so much after evolution that it feels more like the evolution caused him to just flip-flop personalities. Javier says, imagine being chosen by a girl whose first words to you were together forever. No, like, worse than that, whose first words were to name you Sir Francis. It's like, please. Hello, Zany Wolf Hybrid Legion. Sorry. What you talking about? Not sure when you said that, but I was talking about Nuzlocke, I think. Nuzlocke Comics. Fun stuff if you, have time to check some out. Definitely, do so. I do a Nuzlocke comic. It's called Jet's Black Nuzlocke. You can find it at jetsblacknuzlocke.com. I'm pretty far in. It's based on Pokemon Black, obviously. But, yeah. Good stuff. It's just a fan comic kind of thing, but, And today I caught up on, PNP Adventures. No. PEA shorts. Sorry, I got it confused. Acronyms are hard for me. PEA shorts. I haven't read PNP in a while, actually. Has PNP gotten any further? I think it, like, went on hiatus the last time I had looked into it, but I meant to say PEA shorts. With question, Q&A kind of style blog things, I always feel weird asking questions without reading all of the previous ones because I don't want to ask a question that was asked before. But it turned out I wasn't actually that far behind. I thought I had missed a whole bunch, but I caught up pretty quickly. That's pretty good, I think. And then shoulder thing, a front thing. Always remember to save your document before you rotate the canvas. Sometimes it's too much for the program to handle. I've definitely had things crash on me before because I've tried to rotate or resize dramatically. Okay, much cleaner. Excellent. Let's see if we can get the grass in. This is gonna be annoying. Should have done this on a different layer. Make erasing much more easier. But Zero, if you realize you should be doing it on a different layer, shouldn't you switch over to a different layer before you continue? Shush. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see if this looks any good. Click. No. Not really paying attention to anything outside of what's immediately down here. So I'm gonna zoom out and see if it worked. Let's just clean up. Oops. No, that's terrible. Well, what can you do? I give it a shot. Okay. The placement on the leg can be better. Let's try something else. No, we just said I shouldn't zoom in too much, but consider this, I need to fix a line. Oh, tails. Tails, tails, tails. Okay, let me catch up on the chat real quick. I got a little absorbed in that grass. And now look at him now. Look at him now. Oh, I see. Okay, so Zany, you came in earlier and I missed some of your earlier stuff. You said, are you, though? Are you the only one that uses Restream these days? Am I? Have people stopped using Restream? I didn't know. I like Restream because it lets me upload to different places, and YouTube. Some of my audience can't watch on Twitch, so they have to go on YouTube, and it's like smoother for them there. So I like to be accommodating, you know? But yeah, sorry I missed you earlier. Hello. Okay, but imagine an animated ATD opening and then it ends as Flash falls into the ATD world. Look at him now. Sir Francis saw Jet and felt his self-preservation instincts kick in. Oh my goodness. A big, strong Embor. Yep. He's our big pig. He protect. Javier's like, I don't blame him. Imagine being chosen. Okay, speaking of, though, everyone should have a Together Forever scene in their comic. I'm starting this trend 10 years after I started it. Imagine Jet's Black Nuzlocke, a Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. Jet's Black Nuzlocke into a Pokemon Yellow. Sir Francis with Jet at the start feels like that one meme. I expect nothing and yet I'm still let down! Oh my goodness, a pro you could say. Ah, Zero Pro. Ah! Lyra, we love you, but please stop, says Javier. But we love the pun, says Happy. Tail says, no, Lyra, that was perfect. Also, I know that we just said I shouldn't zoom in. Okay, so I'm caught up. Restream's name just changed color for me. It went from dark green to light green. Interesting. Thank you, Restream, for being weird. I feel like this arm is weird. It's like not going into where it's like into the right place. Let's try to attach it more in this way. Like that. Yes. Something like that. Okay. And then, as for your leg, sweetie, I don't know what's happening. Should I have it bend more? Oops. Okay. I think I'm a little bit happier with that. Okay, well, we got our two main characters, and now let's throw in a baby. Because what can you do? He's supposed to be here. Oh. Oh no. It sounds like I lost. Oh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think that's actually its bib. Yeah, I think it's like this. This is still Persona, right? Oh, we're still here. Okay. The kids are playing video games instead of saving the world or whatever. Oh gosh. Is that a train noise? Okay, let's erase a bit of a mama bear. Oh, I forgot her cape thingy. Okay. Let's put that in. I don't actually know what oh, okay, it's just... Yeah, like that? Okay. Yeah, like that? Okay. Like that? Maybe? Maybe like that? Maybe like that? Okay. Something like that? Okay. Like that. Like that. Something, and then... It's funny that these menu noises sound like they're in the actual soundtrack. Okay, I think that's good for the cape. Let me turn off the sketch, take a look at everything. It's looking pretty good. Okay, let's color. Let's throw some color in here. I guess first off, we can combine all of the line art, and then let's turn it black. And now for the color. So more of a normal green for here. A little darker. Let's go a little darker. Here. 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 And yeah. And then a pale green. Pale green. Yellow. Let's do yellow next. White for the hair. Eyes. And then red eyes. Maybe if I just use the same red for the flowers. Let's put the flowers on a different layer, shall we? I don't know why. I might as well. You can always easily flatten layers. But, separating them again. Okay. Oh, there. Why did I block it off? They're all supposed to be red. This whole hand is just red flowers. Ah, my brain. My brain just punched itself. Anyway, ow. But yeah, that's certainly a color red. Maybe I wanna desaturate that a little. Maybe lighten it a tad bit. Okay, that doesn't kill my eyes as bad. Let's find a nice blue to use. It's slightly is it indigo? Like, slightly purplish blue, a little bit desaturated. Let's make that its own. This is kind of satisfying, just dropping colors. What if I just colored the, like, edges? Like this. And then... There we go, look at that, that's... Hey. And I don't know if it's a little dark. Let's lighten it up slightly, maybe? Okay, let's color this girl. Uh-oh! Her collar. Okay, black. I need to close this gap. Now for Roselia, I made it kind of a green yellow, but I think I should probably go with a more normal color because it should match, right? The two of them. It's not that yellow either. No. Do I like that or do I like it more green? I almost like it more green, but it feels like a different Pokemon. Like the color is off. And I don't know if it's supposed to be as light as it is in the, in the screenshot that I took, but it's way lighter, I think. Do I want both of them? No, Roselia's definitely a different sort of... Okay, let me find the baby. Okay. Something like that. Oh! Wait, baby doesn't have arms. Whoops. Okay. Alright, baby. Alright, baby, let's decapitate your arms. Wait, decapitate means the head. Let's amputate those arms off of you. You don't get them. You're not allowed. So my favorite pastime, amputating children. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there's really no good way to mean when you say amputating children. No, I didn't mean children like specifically. It's just that I was currently amputating a child. I'm saying amputation in general is I should probably stop talking. Yes, you should. I can't get this color. Wait. Why is it so hard to sample this? Is that closer? Is that? I think that's pretty good, and then let's... Okay, I don't know which hand that Badoo is holding, which bud, like which color bud. So I'm just going to assume based on the adults that's the blue one. Just going on a whim here. I'm just gonna guess that that one's blue. Amputating children is happy. Just guess Badoo's hand color is 50-50, right? Right. Badoo's are. It's rainbow time. Badoo is the best one. This is a nice jazzy song. Do I add more grass? Do I add more grass? I don't know. It looks weird without, but I don't want to add more. Okay, how about this? I have an idea. There, now it appears as though they're on different planes. So the one that Roselia's on has more flat ones, and the one that Roselia's on has more actual blades and something like that to stick it together. I don't know. No, gee. Dodgy! Okay, I don't think I want to go with red or blue, so maybe yellow. And I think with the yellow I can at least have like maybe a little bit of orange show through the top. Not that orange. Maybe some white. Shoot. I want to make Roselia's line art thicker. Can I cheat? Can I cheat it? No contract. Maybe try 4 pixels. Is that thick enough? Do I like that? That might be thick enough. Okay, and then flower petals. Something like that. Something like something like that. Okay. Trying to place them so that they're random, but also like not random, you know, like they're gonna have to be strategically placed to overlap in just the right way to be appealing, but also appear random. Petal dance. Oh gosh. Something like that. I'm starting to add too many, I think. I think it's starting to feel less random. Let's have one really big. Maybe up here. Maybe one there. Just in the middle. Looks gorgeous already, says Javier. Thank you. Tail says, oh, nice touch. Happy says, greener is a weird word. The grass is always greener on the other side. Ayy. Okay, let's color them in and see if it works. Just make them all one color for now. Whoops. Some holes. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. And it goes by the name of London. What's this? I don't know. Where have you been? No?
Without a sign, without grasping it, the real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter.
want this to be somewhere else. Let's see.
Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a sharpshooter.
Hey, Masquerade! That's what we're working on right now. Masquerade! Paper faces on parade.
Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide.
This is a nice chill song. I like it. I can't find a good place for this one. I think I'll just get rid of it. Okay, so do I want to make some of these red? Let's see. Let's try this one. I think if I make some of them red, it'll be too much. Like, it'll be kind of too busy. So let's not do that. I think it's fine how it is. Let me try some different colors. Yeah, no, I think the blue is fine. Okay, guys. How are we gonna shade this? Let's see. How are we going to shade this thing? Oh my goodness! Look at baby. Okay, oh, I like this song. Oops. I do want revenge. Hello, Future Zero. Have fun shading. We already passed the vocalless version of the song that we just heard. The Shapeshifter song. I think that's what it was called. Beneath the Mask. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm just taking care of the easy stuff. We know that their bodies are solid, so we can at least shade those normally. And if the light is coming from behind, maybe I can get away with some lazy backlight shading, as you do. Because it looks dramatic and it's pretty simple. I think on this side of the face, I could probably do a bit more. Something like this. It's coming out a little weird. I'm not super duper happy about some of it. Okay, so my issue here is I don't think flower petals, I don't know how they behave with light, but I'm pretty sure they're not like completely opaque. Like I'm thinking there's some translucency to them. And I don't know how much of that I should show, or if I should just pretend they're like solid mass. What if this whole top was just lit? Right? Because, like, the light's coming from over there. Maybe? Let's, like, maybe shade, like... Okay, so this part is, like, facing us, but... Would the tip of the flower be... With the... Part of this is being shadowed. I should probably look up a reference or something. Because after all this, I'm probably just gonna lower the opacity to make it less harsh. Last stream, how to draw roses. This stream, how to shade roses. Brought to you by Google's image search. You know what? It looks fine. Whatever I did there, it looks fine. Let's see. Let's see, what should I do for here? Okay, so where's the light? It's coming from behind, right? So like that. Something like that. Right. These streams are basically Zero pretends to know how to draw flowers and just wings it. Yeah. Whee! Let's shade Roselia's body. That ought to be simple enough. Leaves are another thing that I've never really truly figured out how to shade properly, because they have some weird like grooves and structure to them. But yeah, at least these leaves aren't detailed at all. I can kind of pretend that they're just smooth parts of the Roselia's body. Now I could press C to change my my brush pen between color and transparent. I think I'll try doing that a little bit. Because I was running into this problem where every time I switched to the eraser, I couldn't use the paint bucket to like fill in spaces without changing the color itself to transparency. But then if I change the color to transparency, I can't like fix the parts that I erased wrong with the brush. Oh shoot. But the to click the C, I'm like all the way, my hand is all the way over here where I'm not used to it being, so it's my drawing position has changed a little. It's alright. It's not bothersome too much right now. Just a little bit of a change up. There was a time when I tried to make the C, the eraser, just make it C, but it's still not quite the same, because when it's C, you have to press C to toggle it on and C to toggle it back. It's basically like pressing X to switch your foreground and background colors. Rather than what I'm used to, which is pressing E to bring up the brush and pressing B to go back to... I mean, E to do the eraser. Shoot, what am I... Okay, here we go. B to bring back the brush. Oops. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong... Something like that. Okay. Like with all shortcuts, there's a bit of a learning curve as you get used to it, but they save so much time if you can implement them. Oops. Ingress. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe these parts that are flipped up should all be in light. Let's bring this one into light. Something like that. Here's another bit that's flipped up. Sorry for leaving early, but I have to get dinner. Thanks for streaming. It's been quite the pedal dance. Thanks for coming, Javier. I'm glad you could catch some of this grass Pokemon family. And hopefully I'll have a completed one for you to see next stream. Because you know, I used the I used the previous one to start the new one, so don't worry. Either way, it'll be on DeviantArt before you know it, because I've started posting them again. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, cool. Like this. Okay. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your dinner. Thanks so much for coming. No, not that. Man, this is taking so much more of my brain power than I anticipated. Trying to figure out these... you know, like, there's some artists out there that draw just, like, these fancy backgrounds and foreground things and just, like, flowers everywhere and like... the eyes on their characters. It very, very illustrative stuff, obviously. Not for like comics and stuff, but some people out there have these like gorgeous, incredibly detailed styles. Those kind of styles hit the same part of my brain as abstract art. There's just so much going on, and like it's like I don't know where to start. I imagine if you have that kind of style, it becomes, I'm not gonna say easy, but it's not a struggle, you know? Like you've figured out a system that works, that you use to like create those kind of images. It's typically how it works with abstract art, I think. It tends to come from a process. I think people who do abstract, rather than being like, I want the image to look a certain way, they're like, I'm going to hang a paint bucket from a rope and like swing it over canvas and just see how it looks. It's like the process, they come up with some kind of image making thing, like, and then just let it go and see what happens. Ouch, ouch. Ouchie. Ouch, ouch. Okay, man, I got so many more flowers to go. Ah! Oh, don't worry, Happy. I just have a little bit of a headache, like punching my brain on the top of here. And then yeah, but I probably just didn't drink enough water today, honestly. Some headaches are like consistent. They like kind of just dully hack at you. And then there are ones that like I don't feel except for like occasionally, and then it just like kind of punches. Okay, like it doesn't feel so much like it right now, but sometimes it gets really sharp, and I call them ice pick headaches because it's like someone's jamming an ice pick into your brain. This one isn't so sharp. It's more dull. It's like a pressing feeling, like it's like a pressure almost. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of doing this like weird erasing thing that I'm doing, which is actually kind of messing with my, like I'm not enjoying this process. I'm gonna go back to just normal brush and where's my, go back to normal brush and eraser. Why isn't this, oh, I'm in the wrong, okay, and then multiply. Oh, no. Shoot. Not multiply. This one multiply. And bring that down. Bring that down, down. Okay, so let's see if this is any easier. I'm going to be shading in the shadows instead of erasing out the highlights. Which is like, I was trying to make it simpler because the majority of the flower was in shadow, you know, so like I thought maybe like erasing out the highlights would make it easier, but wasn't really working out. I think this is my shortcuts are more conducive to this. I'll just have to keep in mind the overall shape of the flower, because each individual petal will have its own shading in terms of like how the light hits it, but as an overall, the cluster of flowers needs to be considered. Like if this was just an orb, as it turns in towards the middle, it's not going to get as much light. So I'm thinking something like that, and then like this, like that. Actually, I think this is much easier. And I'm putting in these like lines because if you've ever looked closely at flower petals, they do kind of have these like veins or strips or whatever, what have you. So I'm trying to emulate that kind of detail in a bit of a simplified manner, obviously, but so this part is underneath the lip. So I'm thinking it doesn't get any light. You know, something I don't usually do is like highlights upon highlights. So technically I'm drawing in the shadows, right? But like you could think of the parts that I'm not shading as the highlights. I might add an additional layer of highlights on top of that, just to make it extra fancy. We'll see. We'll see how much time we have. Let's do that first. Let's finish shading everything and see how much time I have left after. That's some imagery, yeah. That's certainly how it feels sometimes. Okay, I think maybe this whole part, just shade that in. Let's not make it too complicated. And then... Oh, I'm kind of excited for tomorrow. I ordered myself a computer monitor. I've never really had to buy my own computer monitor before. I've mostly used laptops up to now. I'm on the first like actual desktop computer that I've ever bought myself. And it's an iMac, so iMacs come with their own built-in monitor. But I'm gonna get I got myself a monitor to hook up to the Switch and hopefully play games on. So I'll let you know next week how that goes, if it works or not. I always get nervous buying tech. I don't know if you guys feel this too, but like, there's always like when I'm shopping, I'm always trying to find the cheapest thing, right? But like with tech, I get this feeling that if I go too cheap, it'll just fall apart and break on me. Like I can't just go for the cheapest thing. But then I'm like, how much do I want to splurge? Can I go for the cheapest thing? Like, what all am I paying for? I looked it up real quick, and like they said you have to like make sure your monitor doesn't have too much latency between the signal going in and like the image coming out, and I'm like, that's a thing? Shouldn't the computer monitor just be like, no, like it's a direct connection? And I'm like, okay, I guess I can understand because there is that wire, but it's like, shoot, didn't think I would have to worry about that, but now I'm worried. So yeah, once I get it, I'm gonna hook it in and like give it a test to go and make sure that it plays proper. Gotta find that equilibrium, yeah, between cheap and good. Yeah, and it's funny because right before I ordered the monitor, I saw a post on Tumblr that was like, did you know that when ordering on Amazon, every vendor has an off Amazon site, so you can click over to use their site to order things, not give Amazon like that little extra boost of whatever they take from the vendors, right? So I'm like, okay, let's try it. And so I like go on, and the monitor that I was looking at, it's like from Best Buy. I'm like, oh well, is that really any better? Kind of figure most of this would be shadow, so I just kind of colored it all in. Wheeler's like, anything's better than Amazon. Everything's better than Amazon. Yeah, I ended up buying through Best Buy's website, and it was certainly, like, with Amazon, you know that they're gonna get it to your house. With Best Buy, I was like looking around like crazy, like trying to make sure that it was actually gonna ship to me and not like go to a store that I have to like go to pick it up from. And if it is gonna go to a store that I had to pick it up from, like which one, making sure it's like the one that I know, like they basically didn't like say until I was right up on checkout. And I'm like, thanks, very helpful. But yeah, I ordered it through Best Buy. Also, did you know there is a phone app? Can't remember what it's called. Let me see. It's called Overdrive. I don't know if it's like universal, but apparently you can log in with your library card and just get all the books that your library has, Audible style, like audiobooks, for free. Anything your library might have. So, haven't given it a try yet, but I did download it. It sounds real fun. I love audiobooks. Like, I used to listen to the Redwall audiobooks. It's really fun because they sing all the songs and such. I've listened to a couple of like, I like, there's the one about the making of the Princess Bride movie. I listened to that one, and it's like read by the guy who plays Wesley, the guy who like wrote the book. So that's fun. Ah! I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I finished shading it. I look over and I have this whole other flower I haven't done. What a tragedy. Oh, ow. Abby says, I never really got the do something a different way to not help something. It feels kind of petty to me. Like, why not help if there's no extra cost? It's just Amazon specifically. It's like not supporting companies that behave in a way that you disagree with. Really, there's only so much your dollar can say. Like, obviously, you cannot buy on Amazon, but like everyone else is, so how much difference is it really making? But it's like, it still matters. That was the big thing about the Lorax. Like, the whole message of the Lorax isn't really don't cut down trees. It's, and I'm not making this up. I got this from a video that I saw earlier this week. But they said the main message of the Lorax really isn't that the Onceler is the bad guy. or even if you like watched the 3D version, like what's the guy's name, like O'Hare, like something O'Hare, like the guy who runs the town, like they're not the bad guy. It really is the consumer. When we buy things, we're how do you say it? We're saying this is okay. We're like endorsing this kind of whatever whoever is like selling the thing, and I don't know, it's like you gotta know where your dollar is going and be conscious of it. I buy stuff off of Amazon all the time. It's just a service that works. They got the free 1 day, 2 day shipping. You know, they already have my information, so like in a sense, like I trust them because they have all of that anyways. So I use their services, but if you can support, especially if it's small business, other than like, you know, the Walmarts and those corporate, like I was saying, like, is it really that much better buying through Best Buy than through Amazon? For some people it is. But it's certainly not like you're not doing that much more than, like, if you when I was trying to buy pet supplies for the first time, I had to make a decision. Do I go to Petco and PetSmart because they're there and they're convenient, or do I go find a pet store that doesn't keep live animals? If I do, PetSmart and Petco are still gonna be there. They're still gonna keep live animals. They're still going to treat them horribly, and like they're still gonna be supporting the breeding mills that like churn them out. But they're also very close by, and sometimes they just have the thing that I need. So, you know, what can you do? I guess I don't know if it's that the consumer are the problem, but we have the control in the long run. And I guess you're right, like capitalism does make it so that the options are limited for a lot of people with like different means. But we also have a lot of people with the means to decide, and they still go with what's easiest. Agree with the point. Agree you should try to control where your dollar goes when you can. IDK, I can agree the consumers are the main issue, when oftentimes capitalism makes people unable to have many options, and their combined efforts won't do much compared to corporations. I guess at the end of the day, at least with the Lorax movie and the animation and stuff, who's reading these books? We can't control the corporations, so the message is look at what you can do. Though of course the video that I was watching wasn't just talking about the original Lorax. It did. Was it Game Theory that made this video? I don't even remember who made it, but like it was definitely a bit of a hot take, you know? It was just an angle of it that I hadn't heard before. Because I always thought the unless at the end of the Lorax was like a, well, you better go out and start planting trees. Which I didn't find very applicable to my situation. It's like, should I go out and start planting trees then? I guess I could do that. Like we're all just screwed with ISPs because they've cared of the country, so you can't really choose where you spend your money to go. And I think all consumers recycling would only cut back 10% on the global footprint. Does it matter if everyone recycles in that case? 10% is a lot, says Happy. It wouldn't be game theory. Film theory, you're right. Film theory. That's right. It's funny, I always think of film theory and food theory as like under game theory. Should definitely all do what we can, but also that includes voting people into office that will help control corporations. That's true, yeah. Once you grow out of childhood and become an adult, you have more that you can do in that regard. But are the people in office gonna be managing Amazon and like controlling what they do? It's hard. It's hard to like know what things are happening. I definitely don't look into politics as much as I should. Gotta keep up to date on what's happening around the world and YouTube is gonna get it one of these days. But I will say, at least YouTube's emojis appear better on my end than Twitch's. I feel like this could be somewhat of a zen, like, kind of exercise, shading these petals and such. But it's kind of counteracted by the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing, so, like, I'm just constantly being like, is this right? Oh my goodness. Is that where it should be? What am I doing? Okay. Let's put a little bit here and here. And then, do I need to shade any more of it, I think? That might be good, actually. This one looks a little flat, but where do I put the shadow? Maybe like that? I don't know. Oopsies. Yeah, I'm like wondering if I should put an extra layer of highlights on some of these and an extra layer of shadow on some of these. But I think it's not bad as it is. Okay, let's try some extra highlight. Let's see what happens there. What should I do? Let's try this light green. Let's try some soft lighting. That really brings it out, I think. It really, like... Should the rose get some? This big... Screen? Overlay? Add? I think that's good. Guys, I think I'm done. I don't think it needs extra highlights. Or is that just me being lazy? I don't even think it needs... Let's see, does... I guess it adds a little bit. Yeah, I'll keep the little extra bit of light. Oh, the extra pellets, you're right. I should shade those too. Freaking... Okay. I forgot about those. How do I want to do this? I guess everything on top. Hmm. Something like that. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Maybe this side. Well, hey, I guess if we've finished so early, we can try a bit of a Pokemon challenge. It's been a while since I've done any of those. Why don't someone pop a Pokemon in the chat, and I can start thinking of what I can do about... I don't know. I think it's best to keep the shadow on the inside. Oh my goodness. What is this? Like industrial rock? Like punk? I think I'm quite happy with how this one turned out. I wanted to go ham on the flowers, and the flowers came out pretty ham, so yeah, I'd say that's a success. So yeah, yeah, if I wanted to, I could go like an extra layer of just like putting little highlights on the flowers, but I don't think that's necessary. They don't stand out as much as I want, but if I went and like started doing highlights on every petal, like this, it might be too much. Unnecessary, kind of. Yeah. Like, maybe if I just put a few here and there, like, maybe that's all it needs. Like, just a little bit on the edge to show that it's, like, catching the light. I don't know. Alright. You just want a noodle. I can't believe Tails is requesting a Miltank. And Pokemon Wheeler is still requesting Dialgaga. I'm not gonna draw Dialgaga. A Miltank Flareon. Utters at Tails. Don't ask why, that was on the top of my head. Have you been drawing Miltank, Tails? If you highlight every petal, we might need part 3. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. Miltank, huh? And a Flareon. Okay, so Miltank. It looks like abs. And Flareon. Oh, wait, Flareon has hair. Flareon, the evolution that just looks like a poofier Eevee with hair. What do I want to do? Do I want to do a fusion? Do I want to do a fusion? Huh. Do I want to do... Let's do a fusion. I like fusions. Those are fun. Flareon has like big ears, right? should I put the horns? Where should I put the horns? We got the Flareon's floof and the ears, and let's put it. Let's bring the Miltank's hood thing up a little further. I think that's fun. Oh, nope. It's got the. Oh, there's words. Stick them in. Just horns. Just stick the horns in. Okay, let's see. What do I got? What do I got? Let's give the Flareon feet. Flareon feet. Does Flareon has a yellow belly? You can. Happy's like, you can at me. I didn't know it worked like that. OMG, it actually added you. I guess ats are text-based. My favorite dungeon theme in Persona 5. Now whenever I try to zoom in on my drawing too far, imagine Zero's voice echoes in your head. Now isn't the time for that. Wait, is this the dungeon theme? Do all the dungeon things have, like, words? Now, do I wanna... Okay, so the weird thing now is if I give it udders, it's gonna be strange because it's not much of a cow anymore. So it'll be like, why does this bunny have, like, giant nipples? So I think I'm gonna assume if Flareon doesn't have a yellow belly, it should. And I'm going to trying to close in all of the gaps so I can color this. Because I think the red really helps make it clear that it's Flareon and not just a weird looking Miltank. Okay, so I think the red is gonna have to go here. No, why is it? No, it's still not good. Where is it broken? I got that. Okay, there. Oh, here. Okay, I think there we go. No. Ah. What? Oh, okay. This was the one that was broken. Okay, and then I think let's go pink. Let's get some pink in here. On the face. Ears? Ears can be red. Let's make the ears red. Let's make the yellow parts. No! The Flareon Floof. Where is it broken? Where is it broken? Is that it? Nope. Somewhere else? What? How is it still broken? No, like that's closed, that's closed. This is closed. I got that, like, okay, there. I still don't know where it was that was left open. The tail is completely, like, I gotta patch it up. There we go. I guess blue eyes. White dragon? What? And I really don't know about the ears, so let's try maybe just pink on the inside? Sure, why not? Flareon Miltank Fusion. Fusion! Ha! Looking at the horns when I said bunny, and you could say it was a jackalope. Hey, I like jackalopes, so that's cool. Happy. Look into its soulless eyes. No, they're not soulless. They're Flareon eyes. Flareon eyes. Come on, they're cute. I think they're cute. This came out kind of nice. Is that color kind of off? I think this is. I want to it to be a little more of a Flareon color. Let me try this. Yeah, that's a little better. But yeah, alright. Well, that is it for today, you guys. And thank you all for joining. I'm glad we got the Roselia family done. It would have been real rough if I had to go to a third parter just to do highlights, but yeah, Happy says, is Flareon normally red? I think so. It's like an orangey red. It's like one of those crayons that said red, but then you used it and it was like orange, but it says red. It's like that kind of red, you know? But awesome. I kind of really like this Flareon Miltank. You know, Miltank has a great body type for a monster. It's like a nice pear-shaped. I like its head. It's like elongated neck-ish thing. It's like its little horns and its dog snout. It's fun. I like it. We should do more fusions. Let's do more fusions in the future if I can finish these things early enough. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for coming. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I'll see you guys next week for another stream. A stream diddlyumptious time. Bye!